but otherwise wouldn't be able to find jobs, being able to have jobs. So at this rate, I've been able to, and with my expansion, have enough customer base and to put that into work starting next year. Once the snow melts, we'll have plenty of work. So it's been good.
All right, thanks for the update, CJ. Hey, Fonda, welcome to the Zoom meeting.
Thank you, Jerry.
How you
Good
doing
to see
today?
you all. I'm doing great. How about you?
We are doing great too. Are you going to pitch anything today?
No. I'm just watching because I absolutely love what you do and how you give entrepreneurs an opportunity to come out here and practice their pitch.
Well, we love what you do too. So all the support helps. I think we got, let's see, we got Eaton and Ingham counties represented today. I was thinking that we had Clinton for a second there, but doing pretty good on the county perspective. Way too many men today. What is it? 4 to 5 to 3. So I always like to have a good balance. And found out CJ's a vet, so that's good. You a vet, Steve?
Somewhat. I have vets in my family. I tried the military. It wasn't my cup of tea or cup of coffee, so to speak. So I had to step back for a minute and just think about myself and take it from an entrepreneurial experience for the last few years. So right now, I'm just here to soak up all the knowledge and all the information and just meet great people. So.
Yeah. If you guys don't remember Steve, so because some of you might have been new or from the Grand Ledge or what have you, but Steve, when we first opened up and before COVID and all that, did a lot of work in the studio, a lot of work with music and all of that. So.
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you. I definitely appreciate the Fledge, man, for everything it's doing. I mean, I live literally a stone's way from it. I can't wait till all of this stuff goes away so I can come back and enjoy the festivities, man. Definitely.
Yeah, well, we're going to be talking. We'll be talking. Steve's going to pitch in the hatching. I still have to convince Jeremy, maybe. He should be registering for the hatching. I was going to talk to you about that today. And I don't know.
No pressure whatsoever.
It's live on Facebook. You have to do it now. So, and wouldn't mind pressuring Ken a little bit. He was talking crazy, talking about getting a job. It's not entrepreneurial talk.
Yeah, well, you know, bills.
I know sometimes, you know, having a job is can be the easier route, the more comfortable route, and a place where you can affect a lot of change on day one. Where starting a company, you know, it could take years before you're affecting the change. So, you know, it's we got to keep a balance. If everyone was an entrepreneur, well, if everyone was an entrepreneur at first, that'd be really good because we'd all be risk takers and creative and innovative and looking at our problems differently. So
I find that having a job is sometimes the motivation I need to piss me off enough to go out and build something else so that, yeah, then I can piss myself off as my own boss instead of, you know, having somebody else do it. But maybe that's just me.
No, I don't think so. I think it's a lot of us.
I think I learned that from you, Jerry.
Why are you blaming me for everything?
I'm not blaming you. I'm like giving you credit, dude.
What happened to Meg? I thought she was coming in. Oh, there you are. I just put everyone out in Facebook land. I just put a link to thehatching.org. If you have an idea and you want to try to win $2,000, please go register at thehatching.org. If you want to practice your idea, 99 problems, but a pitch ain't one will happen 3 or 4 more times before the next hatching event. So you've got lots of time to practice, get the nerves out, and get everything really smooth. Hey, Meg, are you going to pitch today?
I was not planning on it.
Okay. It's not required. So far, I have Jeremy, Steve, and Ken. Is that correct?
That's definitely correct.
Okay. All right. And was that a sponsorship to help out with 99 Problems this morning?
Yeah, whether this week or another week or anytime.
And is that from the Death Cafe?
Well, it's from me, but I'm basically the team at Creative Dying, so we can say that it is that.
Creative Dying?
Yeah.
All right. So the next 3 weeks, I've got sponsors filled. So you will be the 14th sponsor to come in, which I think is very good. We've had a sponsor every week, even though it's been me once, because I wanted to say something in particular. And so I put the 99 bucks in ourselves. And we are getting to a point where we're sustainable now. So we've got sponsors that are paying the DJs. We've got sponsors who are paying the prize money. So I think this is really good to see the community step up. And today is our 11th 99 Problems, but a pitch ain't one, which means we've given away over $1,000 into the community to strengthen our ideas. Oops.
Wow, that's awesome.
Not 100% true. I just realized my mistake. Our first 3, we had no prize money. So Claire, who's not here this morning, is kind of got screwed out of the first. She won the first 3, and we didn't give out a prize money. And then on the 4th one, was that you, Shayna? Shayna came in and took the money, and then she scooted out. So our first winner that got $99 was Shayna. Oh, it's not? You were the 5th? I can't hear. Sorry. I might have to let her talk. And Fonda, I'll definitely take you up on that and talk to you a little bit later. You were the 5th person who won? Oh, you didn't get money either? Oh, Shayna got screwed too. That's good to know. So now, so we've given out maybe $600, $700, but we'll get there. We'll get to 1,000 in a few weeks. It's 9:13. I lost track a little bit. Let's see how our crowd's not asking us much live. So I'm gonna switch over a little bit. So my, what's that? Oh, so my brother and his wife gave us the sponsorship for the next 3 99 Problems, and she is a teacher. He works for a firework place. We're not going to promote some firework place because they already sold all their fireworks between what's going on with COVID and what's going on with people, getting not bonus checks, but the kind of relief fund. I can't remember what that was called, the $1,200 checks. Every fireworks place in the nation sold out of fireworks this year. So it was a record year. We're not going to promote fireworks, but teachers, let's talk about teachers a little bit. Man, they've got a tough job coming up. They've always had a tough job, by the way. They are held to really high standards that don't make a lot of sense in a lot of places with the testing that's done. They deal with more than just teaching our kids. They are in a lot of ways responsible for, making sure that the kids have someplace to go while the parents go to work. So their daycare, and I don't mean that in a demeaning way, but people depend on them as daycare. And then the other thing is they're also, they've got to be that social worker. They've got to be that person that helps those kids through struggles. So they're watching, they're mandated reporters. So they have to watch for abuse, and sometimes they've got to, watch for malnutrition. And when you're in a school district where maybe a lot of the people are poor, then the school district's not funded very well, because property taxes will fund the schools in a lot of ways. And if they don't hit their targets for testing, they might lose federal or state funding. So if the teachers aren't effective at what they're doing, and effective is defined by the state or the Fed and usually not by us as the parents, then they lose money. If the teacher doesn't, help the corporations get new employees, then they lose money. But that is the exact opposite of what we should be doing. We take money away from the people that are building our future, and a lot of times, we start to give it to the other institutions and organizations and governmental pieces in the community, like the police, for example, and they aren't judged by the same standard. They don't have the same criteria that, if crime goes down, they're going to get more money, but if crime goes up, they're going to get less money. It's the exact opposite of the dynamic and the economics that we really want. So if we're going to pay teachers based on performance, then there's a lot more other places within the government that we should do that as well. We should be paying politicians for performance. We should be paying police for performance. And if they're not performing, then we should be looking for different solutions. And I'm exhausted from Facebook and all of this stuff right now. I really am. I think I just sort of fell apart some point last night, after I posted about Daniela. I'll give her a shout out today. And I'm just exhausted, and I'm tired of fighting with everybody, and I'm arguing with everybody. So all I'm going to do from now on is I'm calling you all out, not in you're an idiot way or fuck the police way or anything like that. I'm just calling you all out. When you start posting stupid stuff like Hitler said that we should defund the police in 1933, that's not true. He didn't say that, and he gave the police a lot more money. But you take the conservative.com, whatever, and you repost these memes, that's not cool. And your whole belief system is built on these untruths. And, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't see how you fight against Black Lives Matter. I don't see how you think the cops are protecting us. I don't see how you think that kids deserve to be put in a situation that we're putting them in. We should not be sending them back to school. I posted 2 days ago the timeline of polio, and polio, I think in 1836 is one of the first times it was, identified, but there were stories about it in history going back centuries. When did they find out that it was crippling, that it would hurt your spine so much, that it would make you not be able to walk? Did they find that out in the first year? I don't know if they did. Nobody really answered me, but we have no idea what COVID is doing to our young people that may not have symptoms, but we have no idea. And how is the White House telling us to ignore the science and all of that? Come on, guys, we got to protect our kids, and we've got to build strong communities, and we have to do something different. Not every solution needs a gun. Not every solution needs violence. We can talk people down. We can de-escalate. We can do better than this. And so to me, I've got 3 people who are going to pitch this morning, and all 3 of you are going to have an idea, or you're going to pitch an idea that is going to strengthen our community. And strengthening that community makes it better for the kids. It makes it better for our citizens. It makes it better, you know what I'm saying. I love y'all. You deserve to be happy. All of us deserve to be happy. There are a lot of obstacles that these systems and this society and these institutions put in our way. And I see some of the solutions coming out of entrepreneurialism. So with that, I want to open it up just to anybody if you want to make a comment, or you want to, I know that some people are commenting in the Zoom group chat. I don't know if you want me to say that publicly or not. But I'm going to say, Fonda talks about, we're putting the bus drivers at risk too, the teachers and the educators that or the people that support the teachers. Everybody in that school building deserves more pay, right? The amount of money that a teacher works for what we expect them to do is crazy. And, Fonda, you're exactly right. We need to support our teachers better. And some of that's financially, but some of it's just being smart, and, I'm glad that you're here, Fonda. I'm glad that you're here, Steve. Steve also said, oh, he just gave me a compliment. Sorry. And second, Steve or Fonda. But I guess what I want to kind of conclude in is please keep coming with the ideas. Please keep working on what you're working on. Everybody on the screen is doing something amazing with their company or with how they're supporting entrepreneurialism and how they're thinking about the future. Creativity, innovation, risk-taking is where it's at. Thinking the same old way, trying to go back to something that was never great, that's not where it's at. The future is where we're going. We're not going back to the past. And the future is inclusive. The future doesn't have systemic racism. The future has less cops. The future has less violence. And if you're not going there, then I don't know where you're going, because that's where our future is going to look like. And the people on the screen and the people watching and the people in all-in-one, the entrepreneurs, the social entrepreneurs, you're going to define and create this future. So we ain't going back to what you had us doing. We ain't going back. We're going somewhere else. So with that said, Jeremy, you got to kick us off. Take us somewhere else. This library idea is getting sweet, unless you pivoted on me and then you can tell me. So here's my problem. I didn't set up my screen yet. I got to get my 99 seconds. So, I don't know. Talk amongst yourselves.
Hold that thought.
I'm going to be just a second.
Well, I think while Jerry's setting that up, I mean, what I heard, it is less, part of it is, yeah, there's some people that aren't getting paid what they deserve right now. That's, without question. But I think the bigger picture is that accountability piece. And that's what I like about, regardless of the size of your business, if it's just a side hustle or if you're supporting a family or if you're trying to change the world, if you're not doing the job, you're not going to get paid as an entrepreneur. I mean, people won't pay you. And I think that there's a lot of systems in place that you can do a really crappy job in your job. And the accountability is so low that you can be crappy for a long time and make a lot of good money and just keep sucking at it. And it, that system breeds more suck. I mean, it doesn't encourage anybody to go, wow, I can do better, or I have to do better, or I have to be held to a higher standard, or I have to not rely on, the same tool every single time. I can't just pull my gun and think the problem's going to go away. I can't just send a kid to the office and think the problem's going to go away. I can't just do the same shit that I did yesterday and think that it's going to solve today's problems, So Jerry, I mean, what I hear from what you just said isn't even we need to pay anybody more. It's that we need to hold people and systems accountable that aren't being held accountable right now, and tell them, if you're not doing a good enough job, then you better start doing a better job. And when they start doing a better job, I believe a lot of those solutions are looking around and building a stronger community. I mean, like if police were coming out and saying, how do we help? How do we garden? How do we build kids up? How do we create opportunities for young people? How do we help families? How do we support people with mental illness and substance use disorders? If law enforcement's doing that, well, then, yeah, you're looking for newer solutions. Then we wouldn't be talking about defunding. You would be talking about more support for your system because your system is building a stronger community. But if you're the hammer, you know, I'm not excited about that. It's hard to support the hammer, you know. So anyway, yeah, I mean, I think the more that we push entrepreneurialism, the more we push young people and old people alike to get creative. And again, you're not getting paid until you create a better solution. Oh, well, then I better get off my butt and create a better solution. I mean, that's what I hear you saying, Jerry. So it's, you know, it's way beyond we need to pay teachers more and cops less. It's we need to get people thinking, how do we improve systems? And when you improve your system, oh, maybe we'll pay you more, or maybe society will pay you more, or whatever.
All right. Exactly what I'm saying, Ken. Thank you for articulating that better for me too.
I'll be damned. I
And
got
Jeremy,
it.
you see the new clock? It's built into the sky. James's photo or painting up there. So I think that's a good aesthetic I'm going to go with. So Jeremy, I'm going to go down there. I'm going to press the button when you start talking, and I'm pretty much ready when you're ready.
All right, can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. The Library Bill of Rights was adopted in 1939 by the American Library Association. This document, radically inclusive for its time, included wording stating that the use of a library could not be denied because of origin, age, background, or views. Unfortunately, Hollywood and other media still portray a classical view of a library. Large, poorly lit rooms with row upon row of dusty old books. The librarian, typically female, has thick glasses, wears a sweater, has her hair up in a bun, and goes around shushing people. As a whole, libraries are doing many great things: early reading programs, outreach to teen and senior centers, and online programming through social media. As a library staff member, several things have become clear. It will take an organized effort to alter the public's perception of the modern library. Staff are enthusiastically on board with change, but we cannot do it alone. We need to recruit members of the public, people of all ages, races, and beliefs, including underrepresented groups, the small business owners in search of a co-working space, the tinkerers and artists who have artwork or products they want to showcase. The Library Perception Liberation Front will be formed of a cross-section of library staff and the previously mentioned groups, sharing a common goal to bring the perception of the library into the 21st century.
All right, Jeremy, good job. That pitch is getting refined, man. And you can see the real.
Great job, man.
Hey, Steve, so we need your video, yo. You okay with that? Or?
Yeah.
All right. So you're up next. This is your first time. You told me you
I'm
were
up
nervous
next.
this morning. I'm super proud of you for being here, number one. And we've been talking about your idea for about, I can't even remember now, several days. And I know, you know, you've poured ideas out. I've seen you rattle off 30 ideas in a row once.
Truly.
And so I know your entrepreneurial spirit's here. You saw Jeremy just pitch, so you see how it works there. And I'm going to go back here and basically press the button when you start talking.
All right. Well, hello, everyone. My name is Steve Manning, and I'm here to present a major solution to a gigantic problem concerning our future. The problem being, a year ago, Consumers Report tests showed concerning levels of arsenic and lead in many popular baby and toddler foods. Being a parent and having a 6-month-old is very concerning to me. This includes foods that for just babies and toddlers, such as popular snacks, cereals, prepared entrees, packaged fruits, and vegetables. Now, over time, exposure to heavy metals can harm the health of adults and children. We all know this. And one of the biggest worries is cognitive development in very young children. Duke University researchers found that children with elevated blood levels of lead at the age of 11 had slightly lower IQ scores and socioeconomic status at the age of 38 than expected. Me, myself, I'm 37 in this body, kind of close. They also had lower IQs and standards of living than their peers who were exposed to less lead in childhood. This study was based on more than 4 decades of data in a small city in New Zealand. Need I say more? Now, our solution at Koala Pantry is to ensure access to affordable, healthy baby food in low-income and underserved communities in Michigan. So Koala Pantry's grand vision is to provide a safer alternative for kids age 6 months and older up to grade school children. The alternative being an all-natural, organic, GMO fruit smoothie, sweetened with agave nectar, which is great for children's health under the age of 1.
All right, y'all. You good? Very good, Steve. Very good.
Thank you.
Hey, since you're mentioning lead, I got my shirt on today. Don't forget Flint. Don't forget Flint.
Truly.
All right, Ken, how you doing? You ready?
I'm ready. Everybody hear me okay?
What's that?
All right.
Yeah.
I said, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, Rebranded Creations is a woodworking and resource recovery business that's an original fledgling, I guess, from back when the Fledge was here in Grand Ledge back 100 years ago. Jerry kind of jump-started some ideas in me. It started as a business that was basically taking used pallets and making cornhole boards, and from there it's grown into checking out auctions, visiting construction sites, reclaiming lumber in every place that we can so that it does not end up in a landfill, and making creative stuff for it. So we're doing everything from cornhole boards to tabletop games. I mean, right now I'm building a stair landing for somebody's seasonal camper, trying to use as much reclaimed as I can. But the whole idea was to make cool stuff and save the planet. So I'm kind of pitching the idea in a few different places to find out how viable it is, how big the business could become. It really started out as a side hustle, but it's growing into something that's consuming more and more of my time, which I think probably makes Jerry smile because it's turning into kind of more of a legitimate business. So I'm pretty excited about where things are going. Any boost that I can get at this point, I'm just using it for upgrades on equipment. Again, keeping with the theme of resource recovery, I'm using a lot of old reused shop tools and power tools. And my goal is to kind of upgrade those and make it as safe as I can. So again, our goal is to save the planet and make cool stuff. And we believe, even though most people are doing a good job recycling, we believe in rebranding. So that's us. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, Ken. So that is our third presentation for the day. So everybody in Facebook land, I am going to take your vote. So let me just use Fonda as an example. Fonda, you're in Zoom, so you don't have to vote on the Facebook. But if Shannon, you're out there in Facebook land and you want to vote, go ahead and put the number in the Facebook comment. So number 1 is Jeremy with the Library Liberation Front. Sorry, I can't remember what it's called. I'm going to have to work on that. Number 2 is Steve with the, I'm going to say baby food, but it's Koala Pantry. And number 3 is Ken with the Rebranded Creations. So CJ, oh, yeah, that's right, CJ. We usually ask questions. That's what you want to ask me, right?
That's true.
So go ahead, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Actually, my first question is going to be to original gangster Jeremy, OG. With your business, is this a progressive movement or model of a movement, or is it a building that you wish to structure?
I'm looking at it right now more as like a think tank, a group of people that will, work together to help promote and push forward the perception of libraries that the general public has because of almost subliminal programming by Hollywood and other media. It's going to take an effort to change the way people think about libraries and you know, get them into the 21st century. You know, we can't live in the 1950s forever. You know, it wasn't a great time for everybody, and that's something that we've got to move past.
What he said.
Perfect. Thank you.
Any other questions? All right, I'm gonna put the poll up. Oh, did someone ask?
Yeah, I was gonna ask another question for Jeremy. Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right. I love how your pitch is coming along, and I think it's such a cool idea. Also, the name is pretty badass. And I was wondering, you spend some time in libraries for your work, and are there any like specific changes that you would make or things that you would do within the library to kind of update it or bring it into the 21st century, as you said?
Well, the library I'm working at, we're trying to raise $4 million so that we can renovate the second floor of the building, which is currently just storage at the moment. But I think getting a group that will go out into the community and help spread the word about our different programs that we're offering is a great first step, because not everybody is going to view the social media of the library. They're not going to go to the YouTube channel for the library. And it's just a matter of getting the word out to a wider audience. Hey, we've got all this new cool stuff, and why aren't you taking advantage of it?
All right. Any other question? There was one question Shannon asked on Facebook if anybody has a website or a Facebook page that you can reference people to.
Currently building one right now.
Okay.
Yeah, Rebranded Creations is on Facebook. There's a website out there, but it just redirects you to the Facebook page right now. But yeah, you can find all kinds of pictures and look at some of the projects we made on our Facebook.
Okay.
I don't currently have anything up for the Library Perception Liberation Front at the moment.
Okay. So something to work on maybe. Definitely with you, Steve. I think you're getting ready to where you're there. And Jeremy, I think you know what you're doing. So you're kind of putting this together strategically. So sorry, didn't mean to imply that you don't know what you're doing, Steve. Didn't mean it that way.
Oh, no worries. I didn't take it that way.
So, and you already got yours, Ken, so you've been knowing what you're doing.
I just take a bunch of pictures, that's all.
All right, so number 1 is Jeremy, number 2 is Steve, number 3 is Ken. We lost CJ, so don't know where he's gonna vote. I'm gonna launch the poll real quick, and got one vote in from the Facebook page, and just waiting for 9 of you to vote here, or 8 of you, I think. The fish want to vote, I guess. They just jumped. They've been restless today.
Don't forget, you got to scroll all the way to the bottom and answer 2 or 3 questions before you hit submit. Otherwise, it won't
I might have
submit.
changed that, right? Or not? It's still, oh, awesome. Okay. I am missing one person. I'm going to, oh, that one person actually cannot, oh, let me see. The one person could change the results. What do you guys want to do? I don't know who didn't vote. 7 of 8 of us had to vote. or 7 out of 8 of us voted. And one person voted online. I'm going to show you I'm just going to share the results, I guess. I don't know how else to do it. So I'm going to end the polling and I'm going to share the results. Ken, you got to vote online. But Jeremy won, and Steve, you came in a very close second. I'm going to certify these as the results, all right? So even though we missed a vote, and yeah, we can't change things now. Oh, it was Lisa that was a little confused, so it's okay. Jeremy won, Steve took second, Ken, you took third.
Congratulations, Jeremy, man. Great pitch, guys.
Thank you.
And so, Jeremy, just real quick, tell us one thing, or I've got one question for you. How many times have you pitched this idea?
I think this is number 4.
Yes. And how many times have you won?
Once.
All right. So everyone out there, keep
4, baby.
every week after week, because the pitch gets defined, the pitch gets smooth, the pitch gets better. Steve raised his hand. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got a question. Or not so much a question, but a suggestion. Hey, Jeremy, I love the idea because I'm all about reading. Is it a way to make the program an online app or a web-based app so that it cut down on the overhead cost of a building and people can go right to an app and just read all of the great novels?
There are actually things out there right now. There's if you're interested in classic novels and literature, check out the Gutenberg Project. You can get free ebooks for a lot of the classic stuff. So something to check out. And a lot of the libraries are also using things like Canopy for different movies and things. Hoopla and Overdrive. So you can get, with the library card, you can get a lot of free stuff available through your library, and then the Gutenberg Project as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you as well, Shana, for the information you just dropped in the chat.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. So, Jeremy, you won. I think you're ready to register for the hatching. You should do it. I'll give you $99 if you do. Oh, wait, I got to give you $99.
I think, I mean, Jeremy, I heard it the first time you pitched it, and I've heard it this time. I didn't hear the 2 in the middle. And it, like, I really, dude, your pitch is really, 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 it kicks butt. I think it is definitely, I mean, I've seen pitches at the hatching that didn't make as much sense, that when they were done, I'm like, I still don't know what they're doing. I think you have improved, and if you continue to improve, yeah, there's nothing at the hatching that's like above or more important than what you're doing. You know, I mean, I think your pitch has come a long ways, dude. It was pretty awesome.
Thank you. I will admit that I've been up since 6 this morning, and I'm on the second pot of coffee. And somewhere along the line, the inspiration hit me to borrow the radically inclusive phrasing from Jerry and include that. Maybe it's just the coffee talking, but
it worked.
It worked.
Yeah.
Well, access to information, access to true information, access to tools that other people have are so important to make a community strong. So I thought it was a necessity for you to put that in, and a natural part of the evolution of your idea. So Jeremy, man, you are fighting the fight, and we really appreciate that. Anybody want to take us out with something cool? Or are we just going to shut this down? Because I don't have any DJs to play, you know, problems, but go ahead, Steve.
I would like to say I appreciate this platform. Amazing. Thank you. Yeah. I love being a part of this. I can't wait for my second pitch to come back around even stronger. Hopefully that everybody is steady motivated to keep doing the entrepreneurship. because without us, the world doesn't go around.
That's right, sir. That is right. So, and guess what? If you'd have brought 2 friends, you'd have won. So bring some friends next week.
Very true. Very true.
All right, y'all. Have a great week. Remember, next week it's Sunday at 3. I'll be putting that out on Facebook, and I will be talking to you all soon. Peace.
Peace. Thanks.
Yeah.